Hey folks, well, we did it. It is the end of the month, the last day, October 31st. The day it's Halloween, it's all that kind of stuff. So finally on the last Inktober drawing. I'll be I'll be honest, this date just snuck up on me. I totally forgot. I forgot that this was happening. I just thought, I'll do another Inktober tomorrow and another one after that. I thought I had more days in the month. Isn't that strange? Or rather, I don't know, I guess you get into the habit of it, which is not a bad thing. It's good to get in the habit of doing art every day. So, today's Inktober is ripe. I when I looked over the list, this is the one that always struck me as odd. I didn't quite know what to do with this, like ripe. But I guess it's one of those things where you have to interpret it and figure it out from there. So it was one of those, like, ripe what? So I looked it up on Twitter. I looked it up on Instagram, and a lot of it was all fruit oriented, because ripe is one of those terms we use with fruit. So I I thought so. I thought it was something along those lines, and of course I couldn't think of another phrase or term to use with the word ripe, so I stuck with it. I did okay. Let's go with the fruit thing. But I did my own little thing, and I decided to do a Guardians of the Galaxy reference. That's particularly the second movie, um, with the whole at the beginning there when they had uh, what was her name? Oh God, fake geek guy here. What was her name again? Nebula. Thank you. Why am I thanking myself? Nebula. Nebula was the one who was trying to go for this fruit, and the joke was it's not ripe. She keeps going for it and trying to get it. And then she finally gets it, spits it right out because it's not ripe. It's yeah, that was the joke that went on there. That was also for me one of the earlier times when I noticed that the problem with the Marvel sequels is that they got jokey. Like, I really enjoyed the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. That movie is almost flawless. It's just something that you can sit down and watch, and it's enjoyable by almost everyone. It's just such a good movie. And then the sequel comes out there, and the sequel is just like 90% jokes. It was joke, 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 joke. And it was fine, but it just made it silly. Like, the first movie was silly, sure. I mean, we're dealing with like space pirates and aliens and then other kinds of stuff. I get it. It's a silly kind of movie. However, it still had moments of seriousness. This was silly all the way throughout. Even during the big dramatic moment between the characters. Like, I'm trying my best to be as vague as possible. And this is turning into like a review of Guardians of the Galaxy 2. But it's true. It's one of those things that's it's just it started getting jokey, and then almost every other Marvel sequel from that point on was always jokey, 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 jokey. Like Ant-Man and the Wasp, lots of jokes, along with weird, bizarre editing. And so yeah, it's a habit I hope they get out of, because you need serious moments. They're very important throughout a lot of these movies and a lot of these franchises. So I don't know, I don't know. But then again, I've said to a lot of people I don't like the direction that Marvel's going in with a lot of these new movies. Um, I personally believe Kevin Feige is no longer working at Marvel. He's working on the Star Wars division. However, the announcement fairly recently that he's been appointed the guy in charge of all of Marvel, with the exception of the comics, I believe. Now I'm going to talk about Marvel, the Marvel universe. Yeah, I follow it because I love these movies and I love these characters, and I love comic books. So, of course, I'm going to follow this stuff up and do a whole whack of it. Um, in fact, my first introduction to Nebula was actually the Silver Surfer cartoon show back in the 90s. And back then, she had big, bouncy, beautiful, long silver hair. So I was a bit surprised when I saw the first Guardians movie and she was all bald and mechanical, and now she's like the daughter of Thanos. I thought that was kind of strange. It took me a little bit to grasp what was happening, but the movie won me over. So anyway, yeah, today's the Halloween, and this video will also be up a lot earlier than most of my other videos, just because it's Halloween, and like most people, you make Halloween plans. Unless you're in an area that doesn't have Halloween, in which case this day might mean nothing to you. But to us here in Canada and the United States, maybe in the UK, I'm not sure. Um, but yeah, to us, it's a big day. It's a very we grow up with Halloween. You go around and you do the for kids. It's opposite day because when you think about it from Halloween for kids, we say don't talk to strangers, don't take candy from strangers, don't knock on strangers' door, be home before it's dark. On Halloween, you do the opposite. Usually kids have to dress nice. No, you get to dress like whatever you want to dress as. Monsters, pirates, whatever else. Dress whatever you want. And then we say things like, don't talk to strangers. Well, you go around, you're going knocking on doors, you're taking candy from strangers and all that kind of stuff. Halloween, it's a day of growing up, where your kids slowly, by one day, gain independence and they grow and they become uh, better people. They grow to become independent people, and that's why it's sort of a rite of passage. Because your first night on Halloween when you're a kid, you might go there with your parents, and again the second night, and then you they get to trust you to go all by yourself, or maybe you'll go with a group of friends, and you just grow and grow and grow, and that's why Halloween's such an important thing for a lot of kids growing up. And nowadays, sorry, I'm sad to say, kids don't go out on Halloween. They go to the malls. So yeah, but that's that's comes with the times. Well, that's it for now. Best of luck. See you next time.